Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ashley Connor, and welcome to my presentation on Chapter 1, which introduces the foundation of research. In this video, I will give a brief summary of the chapter, share highlights that stood out to me, and reflect on how this knowledge connects to my professional goals. This will also serve as a base for the 5-minute presentation video required for the class. So when we look at the Chapter 1 overview, it offers a comprehensive look at the research process. It starts by emphasizing how identifying a relevant and meaningful research problem is the first and most important step. We don't just choose random topics randomly. We must read and evaluate current literature and justify our intent to ensure that there is a gap and a value in the inquiry. We also learned that research has multiple designs: quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods, and each is situated in different types of questions, is suited to different types of questions. Dr. Ely also emphasizes the circular nature of research. Once you complete a study, your results may open the door for new problems or further study. Um, as we look at the research process and design, research process includes problem identification and purpose formulation, literature review, methodology selection, data collection, interpretation, and reporting. These concepts create the structure of scholarly work. Each step requires us to think critically and choose tools that match our goals. The type of study, quantitative, qualitative, or mixed, divides how we collect and interpret our data. Quantitative Quantitative shows statistical methods. Qualitative relates to context and themes. Dr. Ely mentioned that your topic should guide your choice of design, not not the other way around. It is an important lesson for the doctoral level researchers. As we look at the key insights that took place in chapter 1, a few things that really stood out to me was first the ethical responsibility we have as researchers. Ethics isn't just about physical safety; it also includes representing participation participants' emotional and mental well-being. The mention of the IRB, which is Institutional Review Board, reminded me of how serious we must take the protection of human subjects. Another point that I found helpful is how Dr. Ely broke down how to match methodology to the research question. His metaphor about cousin R was funny because it also made it a powerful point of using both quantitative and qualitative data to get the complete picture. Um, how can I apply this to my everyday profession and make it kind of break down and make sense? In my role as the deputy athletic director, I often need to assess programming, retention, and student engagement as it relates to the Department of Intercollegiate Athletics and our role that we play in the university's enrollment and retention. This particular topic that we talk about helps me think more strategically about how I can frame questions and gather data that I need specifically for my department. I see it beneficial of mixed methods in my context. Quantitative data gives us the numbers, but qualitative stories help explain the why behind them. So, as I relate to what I'm looking for to do in my research, I am looking at mixed methods because I need numbers to support the data that I am giving, but I also need the qualitative stories to be able to hone back in on that why. And the framework from this chapter supports my goals to lead data informed initiatives that reflect the voices of our students. When we look at quantitative versus qualitative, quantitative research is structured and focuses on statistical significance, which using tools like surveys and experiments, it seeks trends and measurable outcomes. Qualitative research, on the other hand, explores the experiences and the narratives. Once using interviews and observations. Both methods are rigorous, and when used together, can create a fuller picture. Dr. Ely emphasizes on how choosing the right method starts with knowing your topic and the kind of insight that you are specifically looking for. In conclusion, chapter one is an essential introduction that sets the tone of how we think about research. It reminded me that good research is grounded in curiosity, ethics, and discipline. Whether I'm improving student outcomes or evaluating programs, these principles are tools that I can apply on a daily. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to learning from each of you as your plans and as we create our dissertation topics and work through them.